What's up, everyone? Had a payday this week. It's just a small check for a little over $3,000. This one was out of Georgia, actually. So paydays are always good days, even if they are small days. We thought we had a little more coming to us, but unfortunately there was an HOA lien and they took a good chunk of the excess proceeds. There was when we first started, it was, I think, $15,000 left over from the sale. But there was an HOA lien, so we recovered less than 10. So, and then that 3,000 that you saw is our net profit on the deal. So it's not a huge win, but I'm still grateful for these smaller checks because, $3,000 it reminds me of when I was working for $16 an hour at the prison. $3,000 was more than I took home in a month working as a corrections officer. So even though it's a smaller payday and it's not, super exciting, I'm still grateful for them. And it's okay that we didn't recover the full amount, because I'd rather take a smaller amount than take nothing at all. So this was good. I really like Georgia. Hopefully we can do some more deals there. The process was smooth, so I like Georgia. Yeah, but this is kind of what it's all about, guys. It's not about like taking down the big huge overage deal, the 6-figure overage. I've done 6-figure overages, where we recovered, say, I think the biggest one we recovered was over $200,000 for someone. Surprisingly, though, that was not my most profitable deal. So the reason I'm making this video is, there's a lot of flash out there and a lot of like, oh, you can make this much money and blah, blah, blah. But really, in the overage business, it's all about stacking your deals or stacking your cases, okay? So because these little checks that you get, little $3,000, $4,000 checks, they can add up very quickly. And so if you stack, like, let's say you have 4 cases, and the overage is less than $10,000. But let's say you're taking, 40% of the deal. Those are smaller deals, but if you've got 4 of them, and let's say you net profit 4 on each one, that's still $16,000 that could pay out in 3 to 4 months. And that's not bad. At least, maybe for some people that's not attractive, but for me, like, that's great. I love stacking deals and then getting 3 or 4 checks in 1 month and having a 5-figure month. And so just remember, in this business, it is very much a numbers game. You can't just call a few people, get 1 contract, and then sit and wait and see if it works. That's not how you build momentum in this business. You have to constantly be filling your pipeline, constantly get new deals, reaching out to new people, following up with old contacts. Fill your pipeline and keep it full, okay? And when you do that, then you can experience 5-figure months, where you bring in $10,000, $20,000 in a month. I have done that. And then you'll have some home runs every once in a while. My highest net profit deal was over $20,000. We have one right now that, if all goes well, it could be, closer to 30 or 40 on one deal. But those are home runs. And we're not after the home. I mean, we like the home runs. But when you're starting out, go for the base hits. Just work whatever deals you can, get whatever contracts you can, and submit your claims. Stack as many cases as you can on top of one another, and keep feeding the machine. Keep filling your pipeline with cases. Keep doing the work, which is contacting people and offering your services to them. That's how you make it in this business, is you constantly contact people, make offers, and close the deal, okay? Again, I've said this before, you'll have losses. You're not going to win every case. That's fine. Just, when working with attorneys, you can set an upfront fee like a flat fee, or you can negotiate it to where they get paid once the deal gets paid out, or a contingency. So if the deal doesn't get paid out, then you don't owe the attorney anything. There's lots of different ways you can work it with an attorney. You don't have to have money up front to hire an attorney, okay? So don't let that trip you up. Yeah, hopefully those are some good nuggets for you. But remember, don't take the little deals for granted. You can get a bunch of little deals and still make a good chunk of money. And maybe for some of you, you don't need a ton, maybe 3,000, maybe one of these checks, maybe one, $3,000 or $4,000 check a month is all you need. That's all I really needed when I first started, because, well, I started at the bottom. I was making, at the prison, it was between $2,000 and $3,000 a month that I brought home. Sometimes less. It was less than that when I first started out. So, I guess that's one good thing. If you're near the bottom, you don't have to go as far to cover your expenses at your current job, or whatever it is your goal is. Or maybe you don't want to quit your job. Maybe you just want an extra $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000 a month to go, play with, spend it on a vacation, take the family out to a nice dinner or something, whatever. Take them on vacation, buy a toy, maybe you want to buy a motorcycle or a car, or whatever it is for you. When you're in this business, when you're grinding it, doing the phone calls, just remember why you're doing it. For me, I didn't have a choice. I left my job. I had to pay bills. I burned all my bridges, so I had to make it work. Some of you don't have to have that pressure, and that's awesome. It doesn't matter whatever situation you're in. Just remember why you're doing it. And, when things get hard and you don't feel like making the phone calls, remember your why. Why do you want to make the extra money? Why are you willing to cold call people on a Saturday? Why are you willing to do the research and do all this work and help these people? Why are you doing it? Remember your why, and then go do the work, and that'll help you gain momentum. And then don't do what I did. Once you get momentum, don't stop, because I've done that a couple times, okay? So I've had really good months, and then I've had months where I didn't get anything. So if you can be consistent, learn from my mistakes, be consistent at filling your pipeline, then you can generate a consistent income in this business, okay? So, but I will tell you right now, once you get a few good wins, you're going to want to let off the gas. Don't do that. Keep going. Keep pushing harder, okay? Use that momentum to carry you on and to do even better than I've done so far in this business, okay? So we're at the end of 2019. I've told you in my other videos, in 2018, we brought in over 100 grand from the overage business. So far in 2019, we're in the 200,000 range. I don't know if we'll make it to 3, but we might, so we'll see. So that's what's possible, at least in my experience, okay? Yeah, hopefully you can take something away from this video. And again, just remember your why, build momentum, stack cases, and then enjoy those checks when they start coming in. If you need help getting started, reach out to me. You can check out my course, overagesyndicate.com. And then I'm hoping to do some more, coaching. And actually, I'm coming out with a new offer where I'll actually be giving people leads to work. So all they have to do is contact them. That will be coming out next year. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel to be informed when that comes out. And yeah, check out the course if you want. Let me know your questions, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.